What is up, Diablo 4 gamers? Welcome back to another Diablo 4 video. It's me, it's ya boy, Small Wiener. Before we get into this video, just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on my last couple videos. Thumbs up, glad the Diablo community is sort of accepting of me. Some of you are nicer than others, that's for sure. Anyways, let's get into the video. This is going to be another LASH video, updated LASH video. A couple comments said I should try out the FIREBOLT variant of the build, and I was always going to try it out. But when I hit TORMENT, one of the biggest things that was holding my lightning build back was obviously not having a get out of jail free card in Flame Shield or Flame Armor. Flame Armor's Unstoppable is very good, especially when your damage is very low initially skirting into Torment. I still stand by, I think lightning is significantly easier to gear for, i.e. you don't really need any gear for it, and when you first get into Torment, or you first get into World 3, Nightmare, it's probably better. I mean, in the end, you can play whatever the F you want, you know? But that being said, I'm here to talk about the FIREBOLT variant today. I'm running a tier 22 or 21 dungeon, I'm not sure, in the background. The rest of the footage at the end of the video. So, without further ado, let's get into the actual build. If you made it this far, though, thank you, and if you liked the other video, thank you. So, we're going to start the skill tree here. I already filled out the skill tree, much like last video. You're going to see it's pretty similar. You'll see a lot of builds in this game vary only slightly. But in any case, I will run through the skill build real quick, and of course, I will put this link to the planner in the description, as always. So you're going to want to max out LASH. LASH is like a good portion of our damage, and obviously you take enhanced LASH. So going forward for all skills, I'm not going to say the first node because you have to take the first node. I'm only going to say the last node. So here we take Glinting LASH. We put 1 point into FIREBOLT, only for the enchantment. Going down here, we take 1 point into Charge Bolts, and then we go Destructive Charge Bolts. Nothing surprising here. Then we head down here to our defensives. We put 1 point into Elemental Attunement because I like the lucky chance of just getting a full, 5% reset on one of the cooldowns. Take 3 into Glass Cannon. Again, more damage, the more better. We put 1 point into Flame Shield, and then we take Shimmering Flame Shield, just because the other one does quite literally nothing for us. We put a point into Teleport, as always, and then we go Shimmering Teleport, just for the DR. DR very strong. We put 1 point into Ice Armor, and we don't take any of the enhanced nodes because none of them are particularly great for us. Put max points into Frost Nova because it reduces the cooldown of Frost Nova, and then we take Mystical Frost Nova because, again, vulnerability. We like vulnerable. Vulnerable is good. We go down here, we take 3 points into Precision Magic, 3 points into Conjuration Mastery. You'll notice I dropped Lightning Spear. Lightning Spear is... I didn't find it too useful, and I would rather spend the points elsewhere for this variant. Reason being, the Lightning variant I focused mostly around stunning and playing off stuns. This is less focused on purely like stunning and crowd controlling and more on sort of survivability and damage. So I drop Lightning Spear because the enhancements we would choose from is Crackling Energy, which isn't good because we're not casting Lightning Spear, and Lightning Spear stuns, which is fine, but I would rather have the damage here because the 3 points we would have used, I put here into Conjuration Mastery, and we're still going to be generating Lightning Spears with Unstable Current, so we just lose the rune slot, so to speak. Again, you can make minor adjustments however you see fit. It's up to you, Truly, it is up to you. We get on here. This is one of the big major changes. We put a point into Inner Flames to unlock Devouring Blaze, and then we deal 30% increased crit strike damage against burning enemies, and if they're also immobilized, the bonus is increased to 75%, which is very good, which is why I say this is a more damage-focused variant, while also being a little bit more survival oriented with the ability we're taking in Flame Shield. You could also just drop Lightning Spear for Flame Shield in the other build if you so desire. It is completely up to you, and I will put a link in the description to the other video that I made on the fully Lightning Stun-based build. We go down here, we take Unstable Currents. Obviously, this is the bread and butter of the build. Put a point into both the enhancement nodes. We put 1 point into Coursing Currents, and then we put 3 points into Electrocution. Again, less damage when we crit them. Very good. Put a point into Permafrost to unlock Hoarfrost, which gives us damage to chilled enemies and doubled to frozen enemies. Again, more damage, more good. Then for the last point, we put it into Overflowing Energy. Our point dump skill is Ball Lightning, which is why I skipped over it. You dump as many points as you have left over into Ball Lightning, and then you put the other node into Wizard's Ball Lightning. Overall, pretty standard, nothing crazy. And again, if you dislike something with the build, that's totally okay. You're free to make changes. That's the whole point of this game, and how easy it is to refund skill points. Figure things out that you enjoy and stick with them. I truly believe you should do that. This is just a guide. It's not, you must do this. I figured I should throw this in at last minute. You can also take the points out of Precision Magic and put 1 into Align the Elements and then put 2 into Protection. And then if you'd like to max out Protection, drop the point from Elemental Attunement and put it in Protection. I am still sort of playing around with this, and I'm trying to figure out which I like better. As of recording this video, I was running this setup, though, in the video. So, yeah. Just thought I'd throw this in there. I don't want to go over the Paragon board too closely, again, because I'm, like, Paragon 65, and I don't want to, like, give advice past the point that I'm at, but people enjoy, like, a sort of idea of what to do. So this is sort of the Paragon board that I've opened up with. We put Exploit into the Glyph slot here, because it's vulnerable damage, and that's when we do, like, all of our damage. Get all the magic nodes on the left side because these magic nodes are very good. I dropped the nodes on the right side because I was doing some research and I've read that resistance actually isn't very effective. I think Crip dropped a video on it not too long ago, and that's sort of where I got my information, plus a giant Reddit post that I read. Regardless, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, me dropping the resistance doesn't really seem to have made a difference, so I think overall it's probably better. Anyways, I'll let people smarter than me figure that out. From there, we go to the next board. On this board, we put the Burning Instinct board because we're running Burning. We want to path over here. You want the board to be flipped so the orange node is in the top left. I think it's 3 board flips, I'm not 100% sure. But basically, you want your board to look like this, if you want to follow what I'm doing. We path over to the right here, going this way, grab all these magic nodes, then we go up over to the glyph slot. We put a territorial glyph in there. It increases our damage to close targets, and then the additional bonus is also giving us some damage reduction, which is good. Then I path over to the right to grab the magic nodes. I grab these nodes for the decks, and I grab this node as well, because it will be in the glyph range. Then we go back over here to the left side of the glyph, and we go up. We grab the dex nodes, because again, these will be inside here. Then we go up to the left, up, grab all the magic nodes. Then we go to the left, we go down, make a detour, grab all these magic nodes. Damage reduction from elites and armor. Then we keep shipping it left. Don't remember how many board flips you need to do to get it to look like this. I think it's 3 again, but it's going to be the Frigid Fate board. The reason I picked this board is simply because it's a board that has a lot of magic nodes that are very good, and we can go in and out very quickly. Is it the best? Dunno. It's what I'm doing, though, and if that's what you're looking for, you came to the right place, baby. So we're going to go over to the left, go up, go to the left, go to the glyph slot. I put a tactician in there. You can also put in a, what's it called? Control. Just kind of depends on what you're feeling. If you need more damage, you can put, sorry, excuse me. You definitely want to put a tactician there. I'm talking about over here or over here. You can sort of flip these around depending on what you need. you don't think you need DR, you can put your control glyph here. But I think putting territorial here is fine because there's a lot of decks, you get a lot of DR. And you definitely want to put Tactician here. Reason being, if you look at it, it says grants bonus to all rare nodes within range. Well, would you look at that? We have a rare node here, a rare node there, here a rare, there a rare, everywhere a rare. And then the additional bonus, obviously, is increased damage for 4 seconds after casting a defensive skill, which is something that we do all the time. And then I path down to get the blue nodes that are good here. Vulnerable damage, and then the rare node. I don't take these two because it's just willpower. And then same deal over here. I take 1 cold res node because I have to get to it. And then cold res, dex. And obviously, the dex will be inside the glyph. And that's where I'm at for now, so I'm not going to keep going. Obviously, I think the Paragon board is something you should look at on your own as well. But if you just want to copy something, this is what I'm doing. Is it the best? Probably not. That's what I'm doing. And last but not least, we have our skill and gear setup. So I'm going to go over the skill setup first. You want Arc Lash on the bar, Unstable Currents, and then our 4 defensives, starting with Teleport, Frost Nova, Ice Armor, and then Flame Shield. It's pretty self-explanatory. Flame Shield gives you Unstoppable. Ice Armor gives you Big Barrier for, you know, resisting stuff. Frost Nova freezes enemies and makes vulnerable. Very good. Teleport gives us DR and also lets us move around a little bit easier. For enchantments, we put on Firebolt, which sets enemies on fire, which triggers our fire Paragon nodes, and we can also take use of attributes that roll on gear that are like X to burning targets, like damage to burning targets, damage reduction from burning targets, etc., etc. Get the idea. And then Ball Lightning, because Ball Lightning is still very, very good. It's completely up to you if you want to run Ball Lightning for more damage. You could run something more defensive again, like, what's it called? You could run the Arc Lash one. Could run the Flame Shield one. I mean, it's up to you. For aspects, these are kind of what I have laid out here. I'm not going to go over them too closely. I'm sure by now you probably know, but basically if it's has to do with immobilizing, stunning, freezing, crowd controlling an enemy, we're probably going to want it. The biggest one being aspect of control. Make sure you put that on your amulet because it's a 50% bonus, and then you want a basic attack speed aspect on your weapon because again it gets a bonus. The rest of them can just kind of be thrown on wherever. Definitely make sure you get exploiters aspect though. Very, very good, very, very strong. Gives us a decent damage boost while enemies are unstoppable, meaning they can't be frozen. Lets us do a little bit more damage. And then obviously for chest, the DR, pants DR, very good. Something to note that I didn't put in here, but for helmet, you can swap the lucky hit chance off the boots and put exploiters on the boots, and then you could also run a Harlequin crest, which is probably the best unique in the game for our build. It's just a very powerful, very, very powerful unique. If you can somehow get your hands on one of these, then definitely run it. Another option for unique that we can run in the chest slot is going to be the Arraignment of the Infinite, which is a pretty good chest piece stat-wise, but the unique effect on it is after using teleport, close enemies are pulled to you and stunned. It does increase teleport's cooldown by a little bit, but it is play-aroundable. You can easily play around it. You just can't maybe teleport off-screen into the unknown quite as easily as you would have before. Again, completely up to you. Build and all this in the description, as always, my friend. And that's going to do it for the video. As always, you guys, thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate all of you new viewers coming in from Diablo, all my old viewers from Lost Ark. I plan on making content for the foreseeable future, trying to do this full-time, etc., etc. So if you enjoy me or my content, consider hitting a subscribe. Yeah, like the video too, that helps out the channel. Thank you guys. Thank you to my YouTube members especially. You guys are the greatest. Thank you to all my Tier 2 members, Blitzel, Remix, My Life, I'm Nufu, Arazike, and Peachy. You guys keep me going. All my Tier 1s, It's Biscuits, Inder, Diz, Clouded, not I'm Nufu, Dangerous, Joxini. Thank you guys. And I think that'll about do it. So I'll leave you guys to watch the rest of this dungeon run without me droning on. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, leave a comment down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye!